In today's episode, the Citroen Visa Special Edition West End. Hello and welcome to Quarterlight, your car brochure channel. Yes, if you're new to the channel, we are a unusual niche channel really, looking at car brochures like this one from around the world. So if that might interest you, please do consider subscribing. Anyway, back to today's show. Occasionally we do look at special editions like this rather lovely Citroen Visa. This is the Citroen Visa West End. Actually, this is a French brochure. I always rather like the Citroen Visa, so let's throw that on the board and have a look at it. So yeah, here is today's brochure in very nice condition. The brochure is from 1983 and I'll show you that date code. I think it's February 1983 if my memory serves me right. So in pretty good condition. This is just purely for the special edition version, the West End. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Citroen Visa, I must admit. My mum had the Citroen Visa GT, not the GTI, the GT, quite an unusual model. And if we just zoom in on this one, we'll notice it's got alloy wheels on this one, and I believe they are the Citroen Visa GT alloy wheels, rather unusually. Always liked the styling. I must admit I preferred the first generation where it had a bit of a pig snout, but I do sort of like these as well. I've always had a soft spot for the quirky French cars, and you certainly could argue that some of the quirkiness was starting to be lost on French cars by this stage because of Peugeot influence, but to be honest with you, there was still lots of quirkiness about this car. Single wiper on the dashboard sadly doesn't show it in this brochure, but is very Citroen, and overall the styling is in itself a very quirky looking design. There was never a car meant to drool over. There was really an unusual way of taking things, but that's what I love about French cars, and particularly Citroen. Like I said, this is a special edition one, so it is a little bit upmarket actually for a Citroen Visa. Sorry, I was just trying to tune that in so I could see that West End badge on there. And we've also got this very unusual tape stripe going around it, I guess to make it look a little bit more upmarket, but you know, still all the quirkiness of a Citroen. We've got that back wheel and that sort of aerodynamic parts on there. Anyway, like I said, this is a French brochure, so the text all is in French. If I just move the camera down a little bit, we can still see that, you know, special series, the model year 1983. So I believe these actually went on sale in April 82 actually for, I guess, the model year 83. So a special edition of 1800 Visas. This special series was sold mainly in France, but I think some other Western European countries got this as well. It was based on the Citroen Visa Super E with the 1124cc engine. So that was a 4-cylinder engine developing 50 horsepower at 5500 RPM or 60.8 pound-foot of torque at 2500 RPM. Fuel consumption were very good on these, so around about 58.8 at a constant 56, and around about 44 miles per gallon at a constant 75. So yeah, a good interesting car. And waffling, I do apologise, let's actually open the brochure up and have a look inside. Text, as you see, is all in French, so I'm not going to be reading that today, but let's just have a zoom in on this side image. Really unlike anything else, aren't they? I just love that overall style of them, particularly the rear wheel. Like I said, it's got that little bit of an aerodynamic bit. Super soft suspension, of course, as you got in French cars even at this stage. And then if I tilt the camera down, we can see that this special edition came with a sunroof, and as we saw on that front page, it came with these rather nice alloy wheels from the Citroen Visa GT. And like I said, that little white stripe, I guess, tried to lift it into being, you know, a little bit more upmarket. It looks like they only came in this red colour, and I believe this red is actually a Delage red, which would have been the red they used on the 2CV Special Edition Charleston. Certainly correct me if I'm barking up the wrong tree there, but that's what I believe that colour is. But more interestingly, the Special Edition meant we got these really rather wacky looking seats. Looks like from a very much a luxurious car, these lovely leather seats. Or in fact they weren't actually leather, more of a leather look, but certainly you wouldn't imagine to see seats like that in a Citroen Visa. You usually got really nice, very, very comfortable cloth seats, which actually I think I prefer the normal seats, but they certainly went out the way to make this Special Edition a bit different in this sort of like Bordeaux red colour, and even got these rather nice big head restraints in there as well. So certainly, yeah, very unusual indeed. And then turn the page again and move into the back page. No specifications, but we get a rather nice look at the rear angle of the vehicle itself, and I actually quite like how they do this on some models. So on top of everything else, we get sort of tinted laminated windscreen and tinted windows. As we can see, a rear wash wipe, fitted radio, and those rather nice alloy wheels as standard. So actually quite a nice Special Edition, this one, I think. Just moving in a little bit further, we can see at the back there that white tape stripe goes to the back. We've got that West End limited edition badge or sticker on the back there, but we're still proudly sure that this is the Citroen Visa Super E. And then just moving to the side there, showing that it is a 5-door vehicle, and we've got that really handy sort of black strip going the full length of the car, that sort of to ward off those supermarket dints and dents. And then right at the bottom of the brochure there, just a reminder, at this time Citroen always recommended or promoted Total Oil at this time. The right at the bottom there is all in French, as you would imagine in a French brochure. Now initially you think there's no sign of a date as such, but if we turn the brochure the other way around, the French text continues, but if we look right at the very end there, printed in France 283 or February 1983. So there we go, just a super quick look at this French brochure promoting the Citroen Visa Special Edition West End. And I think it's an interesting Special Edition, quite high spec and very unusual seats to have in your Citroen Visa. I quite like this, but like I said, I do have a soft spot for small French cars. We'll end by saying I hope you enjoyed today's Special Edition car brochure here on YouTube, where we look at lots of different car brochures from around the world. So if you think that might interest you, please do consider subscribing. You can now also become a member to really support the channel. Very small monthly fee, but like I said, subscribing is completely free. Membership's a small fee to help us grow. Really appreciate everyone, even the people who just watch the show every time, comment and like. All that really does help our little channel so very much. So thank you so much. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. All the best and goodbye.